has his comedy special, Thief of Joy, premiering September 19th on YouTube, making his Tonight Show debut. Please welcome the very funny John Marco Cerezi.
Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate it. Real quick, I'm gonna talk a lot about my girlfriend tonight. And I just want to be careful because I think what happens with a lot of male comedians is they'll notice something about their girlfriend, and then when they're on stage, they act like that specific trait applies to the entire gender. So I just want to be clear, all the jokes tonight are about my girlfriend. Thank you. And I don't want to use her real name, so let's just call her Women. Women, hear me out, please. 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 Women are Jewish. And mine is no exception to the rule. And it's fine, I'm also Jewish, although I was raised more culturally Jewish, which means I have all the anxiety of regular Judaism, but without the comfort of God. We're both in therapy, which is nice, because it means when my girlfriend and I have a disagreement, instead of arguing like some couples, we just see our respective therapists, reconvene, and quote them at each other. She'll be like, my therapist says you prioritize work over spending quality time together. I'm like, okay, well, my therapist says she could beat the crap out of your therapist. She started the therapy because she has night terrors, which is a real thing. My girlfriend, she was diagnosed with chronic night terrors after she was mugged at knife point. That's how we met. And if you've, it's very serious. If you've never dealt with someone who's chronic night terrors, what it means, we'll both be asleep. Middle of the night, my girlfriend will just be like, someone's breaking in. And I'm like, where? And she's like, right back to sleep. But not me. I have chronic anxiety. So I'm awake the rest of the night, making me the only victim of both our mental disorders. And she's been to doctors, she's tried medication, hypnosis, nothing works. I just have to accept the fact that I share a bed with a malfunctioning police scanner. And I've gotten pretty good at recognizing, oh, she's having a night terror. If I ignore it, she usually just falls back to sleep on her own. But then once in the middle of the night, my girlfriend literally started packing her things in a suitcase. I looked at my phone, 4 in the morning. I was like, baby, you're having a night terror. She was like, no, I'm not having a night terror. I just got a text that my dad is in the hospital. I need to go to the airport right now. So of course, I got up, I turned on the light. I was like, which airport? She was like, I was like, son of a bitch! They're getting smarter. I am her first major relationship. So she talks to me romantically in a way that you really only do in your first sometimes she turns to me and is like, you're my person. And I'm like, and you're last but not least. Because I have been through a breakup before. And when the last woman who said she'd love you forever blocks you on Skype, it changes your insides a little bit. I had another girlfriend. We started dating when I was 18, and after 5 years together, she broke up with me at a crowded Starbucks in the middle of the day. And I was like, why would you do this here? And she's like, because I didn't want you to make a scene. And I was like, well, then you shouldn't have brought an audience. This happened in 2012, so it's still a little bit raw, but modern technology made breaking up so much worse, especially texting. I mean, my God, back in the day, if you mailed your ex a letter and she never responded, yeah, it sucked, but at least the mailman never came back with the letter like, she read it. Her name is Laura, and I was so desperate to win Laura back, I got a tattoo of the first letter of her name. If you can't see that it's a cursive L for Laura. And it didn't work. She married someone else. And I have to tell every woman I date about my dead friend, Larry. Unfortunately, my current girlfriend knows what the L actually stands for, which is my fault for dating an audience member. But I had thought she was fine with it. I thought she was cool. But then something clicked. I think it was our 4th anniversary. Something clicked with my girlfriend. She said, look, I've been thinking about it. If you don't make plans to get rid of that L tattoo or cover it up with something, I don't think we can stay together. And I was like, honey, what about my Larry joke? She was not persuaded. So I decided to compromise. I went to her and I said, sweetheart, let me figure out a way where I can do the Tonight Show. And I can tell my tattoo joke on TV. And I promised her, if that doesn't win Laura back, I will get it removed the very next day. Thank you very much. My name is Gianmarco Soresi.
Fantastic. Gianmarco Soresi, Thief of Joy, is available on YouTube September 19th. We'll be right back, everybody. Come on.